A little video diary. I've been doing a lot on Instagram, and I promised myself I'm going to start my YouTube. I'm going to start it, and I'm back in for chemotherapy tomorrow. So I thought if I don't start it today, it's not going to get started anytime soon. So hi, my name's Leanne. I am diagnosed stage 4 cervical cancer. It's spread to my my lung and a node in my windpipe. And I've got to stop saying a node in my windpipe. So I started chemotherapy 4 weeks ago, this pallative chemotherapy, to try and reduce the size of the cancer and prolong my life. So fingers crossed it's doing that. I've had one go so far. That was 4 weeks ago. It was meant to be my second one last Tuesday, but it had to be cancelled because my bloods weren't right. So I had my pre-chemotherapy bloods again this Friday. So hopefully they're right because they haven't phoned me. So I'm ready. I'm just getting ready to go in. It's a long day. I have a lot of chemo. I have 2 different bags of chemo, each one lasting, I think one's 2 hours and one's 3 hours, and antibodies and saline. So last time I was there for 9 hours. It's a long time. It's a day out. It's all good. So I take a few bits with me. Some of them are quite obvious, but I just thought I'd show you so you can see. I take water. They do give you water and they do give you drinks. So you have teas and coffees. They'll give you water, as much water as you want. But I like to take my own so it's on hand. I have a nice cold water in my flask, and I have a fizzy water. So I like fizzy water. And then I take snacks. Again, they do supply lunches. They supply like a packed lunch, but I'm vegan, so the sandwiches weren't for me. They didn't have anything that I would eat, which is fine. So I took a pasta salad last time. I'll probably do that again. So I just had the apple and the crisps that went with that. And I take my own snacks in. I've got a smoothie, I've got some dates, I've got some little nut things, and some little nut bar, cereal bar things as well. To be honest with you, in the beginning of the day, I do feel quite hungry. So I try and pack the food in, because by the end of it, you don't really feel like eating. So yeah, it's just there in case I need it, in case I want it. Obviously, every time's going to be different. I had chemotherapy before in 2020. That was to go with the radiotherapy that I was having for the original cancer, the cervical cancer. But that wasn't quite as intense. It was just, it was chemotherapy. It made me feel rotten, but it wasn't as intense as what I'm having right now. The side effects are very different, very much on the scale, very different. So again, I'll take books, reading. Again, the beginning of the day, that works great. By the end of it, once it's all flowing through your body, I can't concentrate on anything personally. I don't know if anyone else feels the same. Let me know if you do. If it's just me, I don't know. Yeah, by the end of the day, I can't even focus on a page. So I take them with me. Makes me look like I'm doing something. I take a notebook and a pen, so I've got to jot things down, thoughts that come into my head, ideas, anything. Do some dribbling. Do some dribbling. Do some scribbling. So there we go. So it's a long day, like I said. You go in, they sort of go through all your date of birth. They check you're the right person, so don't try and give your chemotherapy to someone else because they'd really want it. And then they just sort of link you up. I've got my PIC line. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see she's called Penelope. She joined me about 3 weeks ago. She makes life a lot easier. You don't have to have as many cannulas, and they can't take bloods from it, which is a bit of a, because you still have to have the bloods taken every pre-chemo. So 3 days before I have a pre-chemo, they take bloods and just double check that everything's okay. And obviously she doesn't work for that, which is a bit of a pain, but I'm not a needlephobe anyway. I mean, I don't mind needles at all, but it's not like I particularly want them. There you go. Who does? Right. Yeah, that was it really. Last time I spent a lot of time in the morning, like I said, flicking through, reading and chatting. The nurses were all really nice. We sort of have a little chat. Yeah, it's just a long day, and this time's meant to be shorter, and I think they meant the chemotherapy is going to be shorter, which is fantastic. But I think the day was longer last time because they were short-staffed. So we'll see how it goes. I'm in at 8:15. I think that's just that is my time. That will be my time. That is my chemo time. So I'll go in at 8:15 in the morning. I'll go in and get linked up, and then they'll let me know roughly sort of towards the end how long they think it'll be, and then I'll be out of there. From my experience last time, that night I felt absolutely fine. In fact, last time it was actually the day before my birthday. It was the 25th of October I had my last chemo, and then the 26th was my 37th birthday. And I actually had a really nice day. I felt fantastic that day. I felt a bit tired, but I actually felt really, really good. And it wasn't until the following day that I actually started feeling really ill. And by really ill, it got rough. It was a really gnarly few days. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not that bad this time. but we'll see. You know, I'll keep keeping in my head, you know, it's only a few days, get through those few days, and then I feel a lot better now. Obviously one of the other big side effects, I lost my hair. Obviously if you haven't seen me with hair, you wouldn't, you know, but I did used to have hair. It was only about a week ago I had a fairly full head of hair, but it started coming out really quick. So if you want to see that on Instagram, I put everything on there. I don't hide anything. So go on there and you can see that it just started to come out and it had to go, you know, it was getting so thin. I couldn't hide the bald patches anymore. So I shaved that off on Tuesday last week. And yeah, I'm loving it. It's actually so easy to maintain. It's strange how, you know, I didn't think I was going to miss it really badly. I thought it might be a bit of something to get used to. But actually, as soon as it had gone, I kind of felt, it just felt like cleansing. It felt really good anyway. I can't really describe it. So there we go. So here we are. Yeah, this is me. So I'm going to get everything packed away, put it in the bags ready for the morning. And then all I've got to do is grab my pasta salad or whatever I decide to take with me. And I'll be good to go. I'll probably do a little update, and maybe I'll do a video next week. I have got some clips of when I was having my chemotherapy last time, but really shy. I sort of like propped my camera, my phone camera, on a water bottle next to me on the table. But I was very conscious that I was in a room. It's like a room, square room, but there's lots of other people's chairs and it's sort of all faced in the middle so the nurses can keep an eye on you. And I was a bit like, I was like the youngest one there and everyone was looking over at me like, is she filming herself? I was like, oh God, slightly embarrassing, but there you go. Maybe I'll get a bit braver as each one goes on. I'll probably be just walking around introducing you to everyone by the end of it. Yeah, there we go. So I hope everyone's having a really good week and I will speak to you soon.
I know it's bad for me. He just wants me like he's attached to me. So what's standing in our way? Yeah, he got such power over me, but I try to act cool about it. But what's standing in our way? He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like a. He does whatever what he feels for, nobody but himself. No, yeah. He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like a. He does whatever what he feels for, nobody but himself. No.
Morning. So I'm ready to rock and roll. I just wanted to quickly add a couple of things that I've forgotten to show you. Oh, hang on. Not very important, but I just wanted to add that I always take some hand cream because I'm always sanitising and washing my hands and they get a bit sore. And also, sorry, I'm really out of breath. And also I take one of these, which isn't mine. I've actually borrowed this off of someone in the house. I don't know whose it is, but I found last time, because it's a chair that you sit in and the legs go up, but they don't recline. So you find that you creak in your neck trying to get comfortable, and especially when you're there for a long time. So I borrowed this, which is going to be such a lifesaver. I'm looking forward to trying it. Yeah, so I'm just about to go in a minute. It's cold out there. It's been blowing a hoolie all night. So I'm just going to get wrapped up. Also the hat as well, actually. I did notice quite a lot when I was there last time that some other people that had obviously had a few sessions were wearing hats inside. I was quite warm, but I think the longer you sort of go on, you sort of, you know, you need to be kept warmer. They have blankets and things, but once you've lost your hair, your bunce gets pretty cold. So yeah, that's it. I'm ready to go. So I will update you, like I said, at some point. And remember to go follow me on Instagram. I'll put a link down below. You can go and check it out. Give me a follow. That'd be fantastic.